Hi everybody, this is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave with your Monday to Friday update for Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP. Before I get into Bitcoin analysis, first I want to explain why I deleted the Discord server a few days ago. And firstly, thank you so much to my moderator Edevan for his work that he did, and I'm sorry that I had to delete it. Someone very helpfully sent me a screenshot of another person impersonating me. They had my image, my logo and my name. As a chartered market technician, I have ethics guidelines I must adhere to, and I take that very seriously. If someone is impersonating me, they're probably not going to adhere to ethics guidelines for my CMT, and they're probably going to breach that and get me into trouble. And then I would be in the rather unfortunate situation of having to prove that that person was not me. Negatives are very hard to prove. I don't want to play whack-a-mole with people impersonating me on Discord. It seems to be worse than YouTube or Twitter, which so far I've had no problems with, so I deleted the server. I just cannot risk losing my CMT designation by someone else behaving very badly, impersonating me. So that's why. If you want to send me charts, then you can go to my Twitter handle and tweet me a chart. So I know you can't put links and charts and YouTube comments, so I've got my Twitter link in the description box down below. It'll be there for every single video now, and I'm active on Twitter every day, so that's how we can share charts and trading ideas. Okay, let's get into Bitcoin. It's moving sideways. It's consolidating with resistance about 53,000 and support about 50,600. Yesterday hit both resistance and support. Today, so far, a downward session. If this candlestick closes completely engulfing the candlestick of the 20th of February, it's going to be an bearish reversal, a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. It's coming in the context toward the end of an upward trend. It is coming in the context of highs, so I would read that as a bearish pattern. I would consider then we might see a breakout below support. If we do, look out for next support, probably to most likely hold about 48,000. Yesterday was a green candlestick and it had push from volume, although overall volume is still declining, so it's unsurprising we're getting some consolidation. This is a normal to be expected behaviour within an upward trend. On balance, volume had a really small short-term weak range and it broke above resistance yesterday, so that's a very weak bullish signal. That supports the view that maybe this consolidation is going to be more shallow than deep, and I am expecting an upward breakout when it's complete. ADX is still just increasing, still telling us there's an upward trend, which is now just extreme, but not nearly as extreme as it can get. I expect the consolidation to pull the black ADX line down a little bit. It'll probably turn negative, indicating consolidation. And I don't expect the DX lines to cross over, but we'll keep an eye on that. RSI is overbought. There's no bearish divergence. I'm not identifying pivots yet. It's just a sideways consolidation. And money flow is overbought. So this consolidation for a few more days will probably relieve some of the extreme conditions we see here, setting Bitcoin up for the next bullish run to the previous all-time high. My Elliott Wave count for Ethereum sees a second wave correction at sub-minuet degree just beginning. If today's candlestick closes fully engulfing the candlestick of, or the body of the 20th of February, if the low today is below 2945.00 for the 21st of February, then we'll have a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, and that would support the view that we're going to get a pullback for Ethereum. My preferred area for support will be quite shallow, the log function of the 0.236 Fibonacci ratio at 2776.99. If price gets down there and the Elliott Wave structure for subminuet 2 is incomplete, or price just keeps falling, then our attention turns to the next area of support, the log function of the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio at 2645.27. If it was a lot deeper than I expect, then it would probably find support at the lower edge of this channel, and I went over how to draw this again in yesterday's video. Subminuet 2 may not move beyond the start of 1 below 2153.46. When this little second wave correction is complete, then Ethereum will be expecting the start of a third wave at subminuet degree, within minuet, within minute, within minor, within intermediate, within primary, within cycle. This is an absolutely insanely bullish Elliott Wave count. If these ballpark figures, I don't like to think of them as targets, if these figures for the ends of these third waves are wrong, they're probably not going to be high enough. This is a huge third wave. If my wave count is correct, and this is the start of cycle wave 3, and we've not moved to the middle portion, and this is the biggest third wave Ethereum will ever have exhibited in its entire lifetime. I expect it to be a very strong, very long extension, and I expect it to end with a huge blow-off tops, probably more than one, interspersed by pullbacks or consolidations. I expect probably 2, 3 or 4 huge blow-off tops. Technicals for Ethereum, we had resistance about 2,700, a pullback to support at 2,100, moved up and away. Next resistance I identified was 3,580, hasn't managed to get there. In this bearish candlestick pattern for the 21st of February, if it remains bearish, then we're going to expect a pullback to support about 2,700. So it was tested, pulled back, broke through, quick back test of support, moved up and away. A deeper back test of support may now be underway. Overall, the upward trend still remains intact at the higher time frames and at this time frame. Price doesn't move in a straight line always though. You can expect pullbacks and consolidations along the way. Normal to be expected behaviour. Actually pretty good behaviour at this stage in the third wave. I would not be expecting to see vertical upward movement and exponential growth right yet. I think that's coming up in the next month or two, but not quite yet. Really good to see, good strong push from volume, pushing price higher from Ethereum. Ethereum has a stronger bullish volume profile than Bitcoin at the moment. ADX still tells us that all time frames there is an upward trend for Ethereum, and it's a long way to go at the daily before it gets as extreme as it can get, and at the weekly it's extreme, but that's normal early on in a bullish run for Ethereum. RSI is overbought, no short-term bearish divergence to note. Money flows overbought, no short-term bearish divergence to note. ATR shows an increase in volatility as volatility and volume return to the market. This is extremely bullish and supports a bullish Elliott Wave count. My preferred Elliott Wave count for XRP sees it in the early stages of a third wave at minor, intermediate, primary and cycle degree. That's a third wave at 4 large degrees, an extremely bullish Elliott Wave count for XRP. I am really bullish on all these three, but I'm not bullish on all crypto. I did see a chart that just didn't look very bullish and published some analysis of that a while ago. I can't remember which coin it was. Easily forgettable because it was really small and its chart looked terrible, so I just moved it from my mind. But just in case you're thinking I have a really strong bullish bias and I'm just biased, I'm just telling you what I see in the charts. Technicals on the daily for XRP, it's possibly going to close below support today at 54 cents. If that happens, then let's look for another test of support about 0.4875. And there's this cluster of 6 hammer candlestick patterns, so I do expect the lows about 0.4875 to remain intact. A little bit of a push from volume in the last downward session for XRP. It is looking weaker still than the other two. ADX is still declining, telling us that XRP is still consolidating. No clear trend. RSI is neutral. Money flow is neutral. Range was just starting to show a little bit of an increase with upward movement, with no clear trend for XRP, reverting to a model of stochastics plus support and resistance. Stochastics reached overbought. Price reached resistance about 54-55 cents. Expect overall a downward swing until stochastics reaches oversold and price reaches support, probably about 0.4875, simultaneously with stochastics reaching oversold. And that model can be quite useful during swings, during consolidations. That's it from me today from London, and I hope everyone is having a lovely day.